Good morning, everybody. What's up? I'm so happy that you're here. I have a beautiful morning sun salutation practice planned out for you today. In this practice, we will be doing and discussing the differences between the primary variations of Surya Namaskar, and that's just a fancy name for sun salutations. We have classic, Surya Namaskar A, and Surya Namaskar B. So if you're into it, let's get into it. Find a tall seat, bringing the soles of the feet together, pulling your ankles in towards you, and extend through the spine, drawing the shoulders back. Let's take a few deep breaths together, filling up the belly, allowing the breath to rise all the way up to the chest, and then exhaling from chest down to the belly. Initiating the breath from the belly, filling up the chest, and exhaling, releasing the chest down to the belly. Really opening up your throat, softening, loosening your jaw. Sit back into your hips. Fold over, bringing the forehead towards your feet. Find length in the spine as you rise. Sit back into the hips, folding forward, lengthening through the spine to rise. Move through this a couple of more times in your own pacing. Exhaling to sit back into the hips around the spine. Folding over. Inhaling to extend through the crown of the head and rise. Reversing directions. Exhale, flat back forward. Rounding through the spine. Inhale to sit back into the hips. Extending through the spine. Flat back over. Come to a round. Sit back into the hips. And extend. You know the drill. If you're ever unsure of when to inhale and exhale, a good rule of thumb in general with yogic positions is inhaling as you open or rise and exhaling as you contract, get small, or lower towards the mat. If you're rising above your heart space, it's generally an inhale. And if you're bringing your head below your heart space, it's generally an exhale. Hope that helps you. Once you are folded over, extend your arms out long in front of you. And breathe through your hip area. Not allowing any resistance to come, but inviting uncomfortable sensations, knowing that that's the process. Letting go of the head and neck. Reach over towards your right diagonal, bringing the left hand on top of the right hand if you can. Walking the hands over to the left diagonal, bring the right hand on top of the left hand. And rise. Taking a simple twist, place your right leg over the left. Extend the left arm high. Cross over to pass your hand on the outer edge of the right thigh. And then we'll stay nice and tall through the spine, bringing your right arm back. Allow your gaze to follow. And release, coming to the other side. Let's switch the legs here. Bringing the left on top of the right. Extending the right arm high. Bringing the left hand behind you. And just slicing right there, coming to your knee or the thigh. And release. Great job. Bring the hands together, clasp the fingers together, and just do a little figure 8 to warm up the wrists before we get into our sun salutations. We'll be doing the sun salutations starting with A, moving into classic, and then B. The reason I wanted to move in this order is that I find A to be the simplest and B to be the most complicated. And the other way. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and meet me at the top of your mat and we'll get into it. For Surya Namaskar A, connect your toes together, separate your heels slightly, tuck your hips under, open through the heart space, draw back the shoulders, extend through the crown of the head. And we're ready to begin. Let's take a couple of grounded breaths here. Feeling the earth beneath us. Inhale to extend your arms high. Exhale, flat back, fall forward. This being our first revolution, we'll stay a little bit longer in each pose, and then we'll move through a little bit more of a flow connected with your breath. Soften at the knees here. Allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Unclench the jaw. Soften the face. Let go. On your next inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale to plant the hands. Step back into plank. And lower, bringing the elbows close to your rib cage. From here, untuck the toes. Traditionally, with Sun Salutation A, we'll be moving into Up Dog, which is a little bit different than Cobra. But just to begin here, since we're warming up, we can always do a Cobra or a half Cobra, which looks like this, or a full, which is fully extended through the arms. So the difference between Cobra and Up Dog is where you lift your thighs off of the mat with Up Dog. Cobra, they just rest on the mat, okay? So your choice to warm up your body here, but since we're doing Sun Salutation A, I'll go ahead and do the Up Dog. Exhale to tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Micro bend at the knees. Tailbone reaches up. And the back is long, not rounded. Pressing away from the mat and pulling up through the belly towards the spine. Taking 4 breaths here. Great job on your inhale. Step or jump to the top of your mat, connecting the toes together right away into halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale to extend the arms high. And exhale to release. Great job. Bringing a flow into it, connecting to our breath. Inhale to extend the arms high. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to plant the hands, step back, plank, and lower. Inhale to Up Dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale to step or jump to the top of your mat, right away into halfway lift, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, extend the arms high. Exhale, release. Great job. One more flow with a inhale, extend high. Exhale, flat back forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank and lower. Inhale to Up Dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale to step or jump to the top of your mat into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale to mountain pose, Tadasana. Great job. So that was our variation A. We're moving into classic Surya Namaskar now. So let's just take a couple of breaths moving into that. Bring the palms of the hand to touch. Inhale to reach high, extend up and maybe a little back. Exhale to forward fold. We'll skip the halfway lift in this variation and go into a low lunge by taking the left foot back, dropping the left knee, untucking the toes. We'll move into a plank next, so tuck the left toes, take the right foot back, and we'll go ahead and release knees, chest, and chin all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes. The second main difference is that in classic Surya Namaskar, we go into Cobra, which allows the thighs to remain on the mat. Then we'll exhale to move into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips high. On your next inhale, place the left foot in between your hands, release the back knee. You'll find yourself in your other low lunge. Tuck the right toes, step up to meet your left foot, immediately into forward fold. So in this variation, we definitely skip the halfway lifts. Then inhale to extend the arms high, reach up, a little back, keeping the palms of the hands together, drawing them through heart center. Great job, you did your first evolution of classic Surya Namaskar. Let's move into a flow with this. Inhale to draw the arms high, reach up and back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to step the left foot back, release the knee, low lunge. Exhale to plank. One breath. On your next exhale, release knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes. Inhale, scoop up the head to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale to take the left foot in between the hands, release the right knee, low lunge. Exhale to step the right foot to meet the left, immediately into forward fold. Inhale to extend the arms high, reach up and back, drawing the hands together through heart center. one more evolution of classic Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach high and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the left foot back, low lunge. Exhale to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to step the left foot forward, release right knee. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, extend the arms high and back. Exhale to draw the hands through heart center. Amazing job, you did classic and A. Fantastic. So we're moving into Surya Namaskar B. It is more challenging. It does include a chair pose, so fair warning, but you got this. We warmed up, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and start right away by inhaling to sit back into our chair, extend the arms high. And just for kicks, let's hold this for a few breaths. Because I love you. Exhale to forward fold. Great job. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to plank. And lower. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to tuck the toes, down dog. So the other main difference between A and B, besides the chair pose in the beginning, is we're moving into warrior one instead of that low lunge in classic, and then we didn't have either of those for A. So step the right foot in between your hands, keeping the left knee lifted. Pivot the left heel onto the mat, extend the arms high, and sit into your warrior one. Always breathing through it. Placing the hands on the mat, step back into your plank. Lower on your exhale. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. So you'll see those three poses in variation B a couple of different times. And now we'll step the left foot front for warrior one on the other side, pivoting the back heel and extending the arms high. Exhaling to plank, move through those same three flows or same positions. Lowering down, we call it chaturanga. Inhale to up dog and exhale to down dog. So it happened before our first warrior one. It happened in between our warrior one positions on each side. And it happened afterwards, 3 times total in Surya Namaskar B. Now that we've done both sides of warrior one, we'll inhale to step or jump to the top of our mat right away into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale into your chair pose. And stand. Fantastic job moving through a flow, a few revolutions of our Surya Namaskar B. Inhaling to sit back into the hips, chair pose. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to our chaturanga flow. Lowering down on the exhale, untuck the toes. Inhaling to up dog. Exhaling to down dog. Two breaths here. Inhaling to our first warrior one, step the right foot near the front of the mat, pivot the back heel, extend the arms high. And exhale, move through your chaturanga. Two breaths here. And then inhaling, step the left foot in between your hands for warrior one. One last chaturanga. Stepping the left foot back, exhaling to lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to lift the hips high. Inhale to step or jump to the top of your mat, right away into halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to sit back into the hips, chair pose. And exhale to release and rise. Fantastic job. One more evolution of this on your own time. Let's see if you've got this without my cues. When you finish your last revolution, meet me in a supine position. Bringing the arms close to your side rib cage. Moving into bridge pose, let's begin by peeling the tailbone off of the mat. Working through each vertebrae up towards the top of the spine, pressing up through the hips and keeping an internal rotation of your thighs. Holding this for a few breaths. Carefully lowering by rounding through the spine. Tailbone hits the mat last. And we'll do this one more time. Peeling off of the mat, beginning with the tailbone. And we're actually going to take a twist here for anyone who is up for the challenge. So extend the left leg high, bending at the knee, and then resting your left ankle on the top right thigh. Then we're going to go ahead and just let our left knee hang over to the side, creating a natural twist. Trying to keep that right hip lifted as much as possible. If this feels too intense for you, stick to bridge pose, or you can do a simple supine twist as another option. And come through the center, release. Great job, take a moment. Coming to the other side, peel the spine off of the mat, lifting the right leg high, bending at the knee, crossing the ankle on top of the left thigh, allowing the right knee to fall to the side. Coming to a neutral spine, extend the right leg high and lower down. Awesome job. If you'd like to, just windshield wiper your knees, loosen things up here, give yourself a hug. Go ahead and do that now. You really showed up today on your mat. You deserve a beautiful final Savasana. So when you're ready, extending the legs long, allowing the palms to be open in a position of surrender towards the sky, or you can place one hand to your belly, one to your heart. And just melting into your mat. Taking several deep intentional breaths here, staying alert and aware. Checking in with your jaw and your tongue. Just releasing any tension that you might still be holding. Taking a moment to set an intention for the day so we're not walking through life aimlessly. Being grateful for this time to connect to the here and now. Pondering our blessings and never taking them for granted. Considering the people in our lives that love us well and continue to teach us about love. How can we unconditionally love them back? And what actions can we take today in order to show them that we care? Softly rolling onto your side and coming up to a seated position. I'm so happy you came across my channel. I hope you got something out of today's session. If so, would you consider subscribing? I am a new channel, so I really, really appreciate that, as well as sharing it with anybody that you think would enjoy a session like this. All right, I hope to see you in a future session soon. Thanks so much for taking this time for yourself. And have a beautiful, energetic, and peaceful day today.